Hey guys, so I'm going to wait a couple days to do the rest of this video. However, I was going to take the prawn suit out for a bit of a walk, and so I'm just going to record this now and save it for a few days. I'm trying to move my base, which hopefully you guys will see in a bit, and hopefully I'll have done by the time we start the next episode, is what I mean by that. But in order to do that and to do quite what I'm wanting, I'm going to need a lot more base materials. So I'm going to go out and with the prawn suit and collect a bunch of metal and probably some quartz. I can definitely mine those suck-it fish. I can definitely mine the those quartz deposits that I've seen, the really big ones, and get a ton of quartz that way. So I'm not too concerned about the quartz, but I am a little bit concerned about the metal. So if something interesting comes up, I'll let you know, but I did want, I did want us to walk around a little bit. I can mine this, I guess. Did want us to walk around a bit with it. As you can tell, of course, it's slow. But I didn't want to load it up in the Cyclops when I could walk over here first. I do really like this drill thing. It's kind of cool. Now, if I'm not mistaken, since I had to cut it off, I wasn't able to talk too much about it. The purple circles at the bottom, those are my arm upgrades that I put in, which are separate from, like, general vehicle upgrades. Where the blue circles are actual vehicle upgrades, and those are the ones that I've got the 4 of, so I've actually still got 4 slots available. Let's see how we deal with this guy. That's right. Even if he bit us, he would not do much damage, so it's really nice for exploring areas like this where there's spiders and where there's crazy shark things, because you're just not concerned. Like, nothing hurts you for the most part. There's very few things that'll hurt you, and even if they do, they won't do much damage. You can get some height, and apparently the jump booster thing that I was looking at, we totally want to get, because it allows us to jump jet like 150 meters underground, which is a ton. And if you end up combining that with the grappling hook, you can go anywhere. So that's something I'm definitely interested in making, for sure. All these bleeders. Come on, fish. That's right. That's right. Suck it. But I'm not really going to focus too much on making any big upgrades. We're going to save that for next time, so... Although then again, I guess it's this time. Really, I'm making this video a couple days ahead. I don't want to miss out on my first prawn suit walk. Oh, is storage already full? Wow. Indeed it is. I don't want to miss out on my first prawn suit walk of this game. Wonder, can I, like, get rid of these things? Not really. There's lots of weird caves that I just haven't explored. I think we get something like 50 meters now, or something like that, and we can get 150 if I upgrade it, so it's definitely on my list of upgrades eventually. It is really cool. And anytime there's a big fish nearby and you don't like it, just punch him. And getting those stalker teeth is super easy now. Because they're not going to do much to you. And if they do, just punch them. I would say the only real thing harder is, like, catching fish. That's a little bit harder. That's right, stuck at fish! That's right, you want the drill arm? I don't know where he went. Come back. Let him go. He thinks he can escape. Yeah, so anyway, if anything interesting happens, I'll be sure to show you, but otherwise, this is most of what I'm doing right here. I think some of the key things to note, I've been thinking about it, is that the sea moth allows you fast movement and, like, reconnaissance and stuff, but it doesn't allow you to do anything, for the most part, with the environment. The most you can do is ram the sea moth into enemy creatures, which I have done. But, like, you can't pick anything up, you can't do anything with the environment for the most part. You're mostly limited to defending yourself and moving yourself. Whereas this thing allows you to pick up stuff, attack things, like, more effectively than ramming into them, I should say. And generally just protect yourself while doing those things. Versus when you're out of a ship, you can pick things up, but you're also extremely vulnerable to attack and stuff like that, so... I suppose it's sort of like a nice bridge between regular swimming and the sea moth. So for that, I like it a lot, actually. Oh, God. Ah. Okay, I've never actually had that one happen to me. That was terrifying. Oh, and that does a bit of damage to you, too. I guess getting sent through a rift in space will do that, won't it? Oh, man, that scared the crap out of me. I've just been sitting here for like an hour. But keep in mind, I didn't do all of this video, or this intro in one set, mind you. I did the first part early in the morning. This is now late at night, so that wasn't quite what I was looking for, let's just say that. Alright guys, welcome back. This is going to be the last bit before I start recording next time. I know. So I've more or less moved my base over.
Vital signs stabilizing.
There might still be a couple things I want to do to get set, but I'll give you the tour of the new base. So, it's more or less the same. I just kind of decided to style it a little differently and make it look better. This is the moon pool. Took out the windows because they don't look very good in the moon pool. We've got a glass tube here. This is going to be storage room. You can kind of see what I'm going for. I just talked to a friend, actually screen shared to them, because I was trying to find a thermal vent that we might play with in the future, but for now we're okay. And I was trying to figure out the best way, like the most efficient space way for storage, and I kind of came up with this, although I don't need this much storage, so I kind of stopped, but we can add on to it if we need. Got a nice little glass tube here. You can see our growing area over there. You get to the, I guess, main room. This has fabricator, power cell charger, battery charger, our modification station, our filtration machine, and our collection of useless, non-functional, sciencey things. We go up. We've got food growth here, just a lot of these. To be perfectly honest, I'd like to mix in a few different foods for variety, but it works for now. Another piece here. We've got an observatory, which is really dark. I kind of want to put a light or two around it. But this cave is also kind of dark, so that kind of contributes to it a bit. Maybe we'll put a few lights in the cave. I'm not sure on that yet, but I'm deciding. We've got Arcade Gorge toy and the blue cap on this little shelf. And back here we have our bioreactor, which is generating about as much power as is needed to run the filtration machine. And when I have it just by itself, I kind of run out of power, so I added a little piece, and we're going to get into the Cyclops so I can, or the, not the Cyclops, the prawn, so I can show you around a bit. Added a little extra power generation from the sun. This little line is a device that we've gotten a while ago, but I never actually bothered to make. It's I believe it's called a power terminal, and it allows you to string along power over much farther distances. They're kind of cool. This is Arcade, by the way. I think I showed it off briefly in the last video, but it does look really cool. I do like the building in this cave. I like all the bioluminescent plants and whatever that thing is. It's all over the cave, and this orange stuff too. It really makes the cave a lot brighter. Anyway, the power shortcuts through a wall, which apparently it can do. I tried making it look a little bit more realistic, but it didn't quite come out right, so I'm just going to let it jump through the wall like it is and not worry about it too much. And it comes out here where I've got the Cyclops waiting. The Cyclops cannot fit into the cave because it's pretty tight in there. I feel like if I tried really hard, I could kind of wedge it down in there, but it would be such a pain to get in and out, so we're just going to leave it out. And outside, we've got two solar panels just kind of sitting in the kelp over here. And they will just generate a little bit of extra power. That's all I needed, was just a little bit. Give me some extra power to charge batteries and whatnot. There's a warper spawn, like, right outside the cave. And I think I'm going to edit in the video before this, so you would have already seen it, where I actually got hit by the warper. Scared the crap out of me, so we need to be careful, but it's not too bad. We can leave the Cyclops out here. And the sea moth, the prawn suit, and just swimming alone can get me down here. So it's kind of cool, and it feels kind of safe down here too. I like it better than the wide open ocean, if that makes sense. The wide open ocean kind of has that negative effect of, you know, just being afraid of the huge ocean as it is, and being inside this cave feels comparably a lot safer. You know, I don't feel like anything massive is going to come and eat me. So that's the tour. Really quick tour. I probably won't move my base too many times, at least my main one. I like having a cool spot to have it in, and this spot is pretty cool. I've never built a base in this cave. I never knew this cave existed, to be honest. So it's a pretty neat spot. But I did have a friend earlier give me a tip on, I think I was mentioning it briefly before, but where there were some thermal vents, we may build a very small base near there at some point, so that we can set up a like a water generation and power cell charging area. Still thinking about it, but the thermal plants don't require too much to make. Aerogel, titanium, and magnetite. And we can get all those pretty easily. The aerogel requires the gel sac and something else I can't remember off the top of my head. And the magnetite will be easy because we've got the prawn suit now. What do you need to make? Yeah, ruby and gel sac, which I've got plenty of ruby and plenty of access to more of it, so we're gonna make a couple thermal plants at some point soon. We might do it next time, or I might wait a little bit and set up a good charging station. I might even look into seeing the power transmitters, how far you can transmit, because maybe I could make it transmit all the way over here. It seems rather far. I'm not sure if it would work, but I'll look into it. I just worry about lag, you know? Might get kind of laggy. Anyway, I've talked for a bit. Next time, the next cut you see here is going to be in a couple days whenever I record again. So, I suppose I'll see you guys then. Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Subnautica. So, just inserted a little video there, assumedly, of, I want to say it was like probably 4 days ago. I ended up moving my entire base from its original location to this cool cave that we found near the end of last episode. One that had a lot of this ruby and stuff in it, and I really like it actually. And there's a blue line you see coming out of it. I'll show more of the base later. It's these power transmitters that I never actually bothered to make yet. My base wasn't getting enough power with just the bioreactor, so I added in 2 solar panels, which are outside the cave. There's that warper over there. So I'll show the base off, we'll show it off now. I don't know how much I'm actually going to show of that last video. I don't think I'm going to show too much. There were only, I think, like 2, maybe 3 notable things that actually happened while I was moving the base, so I won't show too much, but here's my light stick, just lighting up the path. I was thinking about adding a few more, but I do kind of like the bioluminescence of the cave, and I'd hate to ruin it with too many lights. I kind of like how it turned out.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So, we've got lots of glass. I made sure to do that. Put in lots of reinforcement walls so I can have more glass. This is our storage room. It's kind of incomplete, but it's got more storage chests than I need at the moment, so it's okay. It's also kind of ugly. But that's besides the point. There's our outdoor growing area. This is the main room. It's got lots of glass in it, as I previously mentioned, and it's got most of the stuff I'll actually need in the base in here. Along with this cool desk table thing where I've got some science going on. Let's see. Upstairs we have a growing area. I got lazy and just kept going with lantern fruit, but we could, use other fruit. Apparently the marble melons are particularly useful because they give you a lot of water back. So, maybe something to look into. We have an observatory, which, to be frankly honest, I'm not a big fan of. We need more lighting in here for the observatory to be useful. Sorry if it takes me a couple minutes to get fully prepared here. My voice didn't seem to be cooperating with me, so I might edit out a little bit of that. I just woke up not too long ago, so it does this sometimes. Consult manual for instruction to engage. We've got a little shelf with the arcade gorge toy and the blue cap. And back here's a bioreactor. So instead of being powered by the lantern fruit, we're doing gel sacks, which I've heard are a lot better. So, we've got gel sacks and we've got mushrooms over there. I kind of want to build another one, but that's going to require more materials. So, not totally sure about that yet. It's an idea. So, I hadn't gone and made some of the upgrades I wanted to, like the grappling arm. And I was kind of hoping to do that last time between the episodes, but that didn't quite happen. So I'm going to do that today. And I need a number of things for that. Notably silver. I think I'm out of silver. And the deposits don't seem to be respawning, so I'll probably take a walk in that blood kelp field again with my prawn suit and see if I can find some more. Let's see, what else did I want? Can't do the jump jet one yet. Can't do the depth one yet. So we might be kind of limited on what we can get until we find better resources. Maybe the energy efficiency. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about it. But for the time being, I'm going to do that. I also want to... because I don't believe I've made the depth upgrade.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I don't believe I've made the depth upgrade for the Cyclops yet. I'm kind of feeling like that would be a good option as well. Because I can only go down to about 500 meters, and the proposed Degassi habitat is at about 500 meters, so... if possible, I'd like to exceed the maximum depth needed. So, I suppose I'll see you guys whenever I do come across something interesting. It may be about 10, well, probably to be honest, 15 to 20 minutes until I get the materials I need. And then we'll probably go for the proposed Degassi habitat. Another thing we're going to do here is get some more magnetite, because it's clear I'm going to need some more for various things that I want to make. And the best way to get it is down here, and because I'm in this suit, they can do damage to me, but they can't do much. So we're just going to go for it. And I think these conveniently placed outcroppings of, I don't know, coral growth or whatever, allow me to get in and out of here using just my jump jet things, so that's kind of cool. So I'm going to try to grab a bunch while I'm in here. Oh, scary fish. Apparently that's how they grab for you, if you get too close to him. Oh, yep. Yeah, he just took a bite at us. Not as scary when it's only 5 damage compared to, I think it was like 20 before or something. Alright, got lots of magnetite out of that. I even found a deposit that I was able to mine, so completely filled up the inventory of the prawn suit. And I think that'll be more than we'll ever need, to be honest, but that just means I don't have to go back down there again. So, almost done. I think I just need a few more things. Like, I'll need to make a few computer chips to make some of the stuff I'm wanting to make. So I gotta head back to the safe shallows for that.
Engine powering up.
And I think that's about it. Probably some copper too, but I can get that while I'm there. So hopefully we'll be on our way to getting our stuff built and then start doing some more exploring again. Alright, so we're back. It took a bit longer than I planned on, but you know, it is how it is. So we're going to do a couple things here. I ended up getting, once again, a lot more materials than I needed, but it seems to be a nice trend to have, rather than, you know, not having enough. So I like to keep to that if I can. I also was smart enough to bring an acid mushroom back with me. I'm not sure if the deep acid mushrooms can be used for batteries. I don't think they can. But the acid mushroom can, and I brought one back with me so that I can set up a way for me to start making them, because I hate having to go back just for, you know, 2 acid mushrooms when I need a battery. And I probably want to make a few more of these. So I need to cut it open. That'll get me 4 seeds, and I can plant them right back in, and we'll have some more on the way. You gotta be careful when clicking on these, or you accidentally get into the inventory screen for this. A friend told me about this. Since they take 3 hits to go down, you can slash at them twice and then pick it up and not lose anything. There we go. So that'll help us get some more batteries. Also, since I'm charging a bunch of stuff right now, I need to make sure that the generator has plenty of stuff to use. The seeds last almost nothing. I usually just end up using it as like a trash can if I make too many seeds. This is my locker where I'm storing extras. So honestly, I don't even have to keep harvesting them so much, but I just kind of do. You could also eat this. I don't know why you'd want to eat just like a random gel sack, but there you go. I've got more materials back in the Cyclops. This was just as much as I could really take in one trip. I also did burn through a considerable portion of the Cyclops' batteries. So I am still leaning towards the idea of carrying a couple extra power cells with me. I need to make a plasteel ingot as well. There's quite a few things I'm going to be making here, but if you give me a second, I'm going to head back up and grab the rest of the stuff I need.